Friends, we have got a very, very busy and very, very fun video for you today. Not only am I going to be showing you my very favorite big batch make-ahead cocktail for your Thanksgiving crowd, I'm also going to be showing you a sommelier secret to how to take that single serving cocktail, 10x it with a very simple ingredient that most people overlook, but it will really make a difference in this big batch cocktail. So you want to stick around for that. And not only that, my friends, yes, 'tis the season of giving and many thanks. I'm going to be showing you exactly why I don't love fussing up a cocktail. I did say fussing up a cocktail with a lot of garnish. Stick around to the end and I'll tell you exactly why. But we've got a lot to do, so let's get to it. Hello, I'm Erin, the founder and chief sommelier here at the Wine Sisters, and welcome to our YouTube channel. This is the place where every week we show you how to eat, drink, and entertain like a pro. Well, today I am going to be showing you a terrific, and I mean a terrific, Thanksgiving cocktail. This is perfect for all of you busy hosts because you can make it ahead and you can make it in big batch quantities, whether you're hosting 8, 10, or 24 people or more. It's very easy to do and it's very easy to replicate. This is one of my very favorite fall cocktails and it's delicious for Thanksgiving. It's called the Apple Cider Sour and it's absolutely delicious. Now, the reason why I really love offering a welcome cocktail to people is that it really sets the tone. Plus, when you have something that's made in a big batch ahead of time, it takes a ton of stress off the host because all you have to do is pour a simple drink. You don't have to get stuck behind the bar and not greeting your guests. So it's absolutely brilliant. I like this cocktail because it is tangy and tart and there's that balance of sweetness, but the sweetness isn't overriding the cocktail. I find a lot of the time when we're talking about fall themed drinks, people naturally gravitate towards those cocktails that are really sweet and syrupy, have a lot of like brown sugar or pumpkin spice or, are just really heavy. And while those are delicious, I think that they are a little bit better after dinner, something that you would have instead of dessert or a companion to dessert. Whereas for me, when I'm starting a meal or starting the party, I want something that's gonna get my mojo going, something that's going to be more of an aperitif, something that's gonna get me ready for the meal ahead. Let me show you exactly how we do it. Into our trusty pitcher. And by the way, I should tell you that if you do want something that's going to be a little bit on the sweeter side, the warming side, check out this video. It has our apple cider, it has bourbon, it's absolutely delicious. I serve it all the time actually at my Christmas parties, so it's got a real nice seasonal feel to it as well. But this cocktail, the Apple Cider Sour, I like to start with a base of Calvados. Now Calvados is basically like a brandy, but it has an apple base, so we're really doubling down on the apple. I've got 2 cups here, or 16 ounces. This is going to make a cocktail big enough for 8 people, but in the show notes below, I've got a formula for you on how you can make this cocktail to whatever your guest specification, however many guests are coming to your party. So into our jug, we're going to pour in 2 cups of our Calvados. It has this beautiful warming apple smell. It's really quite a lovely drink if you haven't had it. Now to our Calvados, we're also going to add sweetened, non-alcoholic apple cider. This is what I got from the store and it's just pure apples, so you really want that. We're gonna do an equal measure, so another 16 ounces of our apple cider. Let me just add this to our Calvados. If you can only find sweetened apple cider where you are, our next ingredient you're going to have to be a little bit careful about. So I have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar simple syrup. You all know how to make simple syrup. It's very easy. It's equal portions, sugar to water, melted over a low heat and then cooled. And again, you can make 2 cups to 2 cups, 1 cup to 1 cup. It's just equal measures of each. Because I have unsweetened apple cider, and this is what I recommend in this recipe, I'm using just a 1/4 cup of this brown sugar syrup. But if you do have a sweetened apple cider, maybe mix it all up, leave the sugar out, see where you're at, and then add the sugar at the end. That might be a better idea. So I'm gonna add in a 1/4 cup of our brown sugar simple syrup. To this, to give it a really nice tang and brightness, I've got 1 cup of lemon juice. This is freshly squeezed. You all know how I feel about freshly squeezed. Do not get the bottled stuff, guys. You will end up regretting it. Here's a little secret ingredient. I add just a pinch of sea salt. I just add a little tiny pinch, that's it. Like nothing much, nothing more than that. The reason being is just like when you make a chocolate cake or chocolate chip cookies or something sweet for dessert and you add in a pinch of salt, the same is here with our cocktail, where you just want to punch up those flavors, and a little splash of salt is going to do that. Just really highlight those flavors. So I'm going to give this a quick little stir, and here's that secret ingredient I told you about. Now, when you're making the single serving, what you will do is you'll add obviously smaller portions to a shaker, and you'll shake it over ice and you'll strain it into a glass. Because we don't have that same dilution, you want to have a little bit of water to the pitcher. Just a little tiny bit. And a single serving, by the time you shake it up, it's probably only going to give you about 1/4 ounce. So I just have 2 ounces here of water, and that's just going to help with our dilution as well. So pour that right in. It's really, really important, because you'll notice we don't have the ice here because we don't want it to melt and overly dilute. So those are some of my secret tricks, the water and the salt being the most important. Let me just get this out of the way, and I'm going to show you the next thing that I like to do, which I promised you was telling you about why I'm not the biggest fan of garnish. You'll notice if you scroll back in some of our cocktail videos, and I recommend that you do, that I don't usually spend too much time on a garnish. So I don't like a lot of bits and bobs floating around in my drink because, you know, the fruit can get stuck in your teeth. If there's lots of little ice cubes, it can hit your teeth. And if you're somebody who has sensitive teeth like me, it's a really uncomfortable feeling. Plus, what most people overlook is that the more stuff that's bobbing around in your drink, the more likely it is that you're going to dribble it all over yourself. And that's not exactly the foxy look we're looking for, right? I like to just have a big single cube where appropriate, and then obviously minimal garnish, whether that be, like I said earlier, the stir stick or just a simple twist. So you can see here, I've just got this nice little bit of lemon. It's just going to give a nice little scent to our drink, and it's on a stir stick, so I can either use it to stir or just move it around. So let's give this a try, shall we? Give that a little stir. It's already so classy looking. This is really good. I think your guests are gonna love this. It's seasonal and warming because you have that beautiful Calvados and you have the apple cider flavors, but it's got that really nice tang from the lemon juice. For me, the brown sugar worked perfectly because it's just enough to give it a little balancing of sweetness, but not put it over the top. And of course, that piece de resistance, that little touch of salt, not salty at all. You can't taste it, but it really punches up those flavors. This is a delicious cocktail to greet your Thanksgiving guests with. I hope that you try it. And if you do, let me know in the comments below what you think of it, because I think it's dynamite. All right, friends, next week I'm going to be back with my top 10 tips on how to get your house and yourself ready for your Thanksgiving guests. It's going to be a lot of fun, so don't miss it. In fact, to make sure you don't, why don't you hit subscribe and that bell so you can be alerted to when we drop a new video, which is every single week. Don't forget to leave us a review. Unless you don't like this, then don't say anything. But don't forget to leave us a review so we can climb right up that algorithm and bring more people the joy of how to eat, drink, and entertain like a pro. I'm going to go finish my drink. This is excellent. And I'll see you next week, friends. So until then, stay well, drink better. I like that. I really like that. You should try this. It's very, very good.